Welcome to Rom Wills Money Matters. Money management habits are being affected by this crisis. Now, y'all remember when I said I was going to shift the title from Rom Wills about that business to Rom Wills Money Matters. I wanted to expand talking about money management, money issues for people who may not be entrepreneurial. And this is something that covers, I'm still going to talk about business. Y'all know that. But it is very important. I said everybody, whether they work a minimum wage job or they have a multi-billion-dollar business, they affected by the same thing. They got to manage that money. So, and, during this time, I was thinking, wow, this could mess with some people because many people do have great money management skills. They do, because they want a job that was steady. They were in a good position. They knew pretty much when they get the raises, they could plan. But this thing threw a lot of people off. This thing threw a lot of people, a whole lot of people who had steady jobs were furloughed. And I keep hearing a lot of extra people are getting furloughed. I've been told by some people who weren't in positions that were furloughed, all of a sudden the money's dropping, even in places staying in business or people working on jobs where, they working maybe at a restaurant or something doing, the takeout and everything or the online orders. But then, hours are being cut back for people. So this is affecting because the thing about money management, when you develop something, when you develop your budget and you're able to stick to it for months, even years, that's a powerful thing. You get into that habit. All of a sudden, you're not making that money anymore. Because even when you get unemployment, and there's a bunch of problems with that, just as an aside, Someone told me their unemployment was cut a little earlier than it should have been. They didn't get their full unemployment. And it's hard. There's so many people, so many things. And, it's messing up some people. Like, you ain't getting as much money. And, this thing was this thing was just sudden. It just hit. That could affect everything, especially how long it is. And then people, they had everything planned out. Now, I remember being at those points where, I had the business, but then, the businesses that was just giving me like money to pay a few bills, but I was had to depend on that 9-to-5 job. I was thinking if I was still in that position, that would be trouble. Because think about it. You manage when you you got that budget, your main thing is your rent or mortgage. Then maybe your car payment, your utility payment. Shoot. And let's be real. That stipend or that stimulus check, that's really nothing for a lot of people. That's really nothing. That's not even covering a lot of people's rent, let alone everything else. So this thing, and it's going to change it. It's because unfortunately, a lot of people, even if they had great money management skills, it's still hard to create a large savings. A lot of people just tight. They at a place where they could keep all their bills paid and keep food in their refrigerator. Maybe get some new clothes like once a month or something. But anything that throws it off, they were in trouble. I mean, some people can get thrown off just by having sick days on a job. They don't have actual paid vacation. So this thing, wow. And they could change it. Now, someone who was already used to, a volatile job situation and yet managed to budget for it, they probably just roll right through it. But imagine somebody been on a job for 20 years and they had budgeted for 20 years and despite everything, not able to build a big savings, and then this hits, it changes, and a lot of people, and the only good thing about it, if you do have great money management skills, you can adapt, but it'll be tough. It'll be tough. You can adapt. Because you just take what you are getting. You take what you are getting and set up everything and manage to still pay some stuff. Maybe contact your creditors or, utility companies. Sometimes if you rent, depending on who your landlord is, They'll let you, they'll work with you or something. They still gonna want that money though. Let me be clear on that. And those are the people who were great at money management. Many people aren't. Many people aren't. They're gonna be in real trouble. They weren't when it was everything steady. They weren't managing their stuff right. When things were steady. Now imagine now they're gonna be in some real trouble. Everybody's stuff. And then you might have somebody too, like, yeah, everything's managed right and everything, but no telling how they got set up there. They might not be able to adapt. So it's a lot. It's a lot to this. And it's something that I would say this is my advice. The people who are great at money management, I can just nod your head. The people who aren't, well, you needed to learn it anyway. And the people who just got caught, you know what? Whatever the case, especially for the people who weren't and the people who, they didn't really think about it. You know what? Just start from zero. Start up. Just say, okay, this is what we're bringing in through unemployment, whatever. One, you might have to end up working at a grocery store or something, seeing what you can do. Just start from there. Like money management, budget, just start right from there. And it's like you always start with the basics. Start with the basics that you need. You need a place you need to pay your rent. Even if some people want something like, well, they ain't gonna kick us out. Pay that joint anyway. Because as soon as they let up, trust me. I've talked to some people. I have a young lady friend who had been in that field. They gonna come get their money. They gonna come get their money. So you take care of that first. If you have a vehicle, take care of that. Fortunately, you can drive it less, but see what you can do there. All the basics first while you're looking. And then, in the future, just stay with that. Even when things maybe normalize, stick with that. And then everything extra, ask yourself, do you really need that advanced cable? Do you really need to watch all those movies? Really, really deal with that, all right? So anyway, that's it for now. So, Eve, despite everything, let's go make that money.